The field that I focused my research project on was VFX. The primary hard skills I centered my research on is the usage of Niagara, particle systems, and Unreal Engine 5. I also attempted to do some research on fluid dynamics with Niagara due to MGM Sphere suggesting applicants have a passion for it. My starting point was when I found this playlist teaching an introduction course to Niagara particle systems. It gave me a broader understanding of how things like emitters and forcers affects particles. While doing my initial research, I found a few tutorial videos that looked like they would be a good experience and fun to do. I then found out that to follow along with them, I would need to pay a $20 Patreon subscription and decided against them and shifted over to my new list of tutorials. The Unreal Engine document website was also a very handy tool to have when going through and researching how to use the Niagara script editor and other effects because it has many different tutorials and different articles on each different style of effect and different settings. The first one I tried out is a particle simulator that makes particles swarm and move in interesting and almost lifelike ways. The swaying and curling are mostly caused by the opposing curl noise effects that I have implemented into it. This could be used for some kind of shifting mass entity in a game or film. I also found out that by playing with some of the settings, you can also make it look like a whirling sandstorm. I do have one issue where it sometimes will blink rapidly, and I have yet to find the cause for that. The next tutorial I found was for creating a tornado effect. This is accomplished by a combination of vortex force effects into a hanging particle emitter. While it is a bit more basic, I find that with a bit more refinement, it could be great for background weather effects in a scene. After that, I found a tutorial for a Niagara audio visualizer. I think it would be best suited for some sort of effect in a rhythm game. And here is an example of what it does. The last tutorial that I followed wasn't as successful as the previous ones. It was meant to use a Niagara fluid template to cloak an entity in fire, however I couldn't get it to show up in the renderer, let alone bind it to a jogging mesh. As you see here, it's just a jogging mesh in no fire. Overall, I've learned, thanks to this research project, how to better refine my Niagara systems and particle effects, as well as how to better apply them so I can make much better VFX projects in the future. And hopefully I can apply those skills into the industry later on.